Last spring, I met with the boys' soccer team and conveyed my expectations for fitness at the beginning of the fall. Any good team must be fit, and so I expected each player to run 2 miles in under 13 minutes. If they did not pass, then they would wake up every morning at 6 a.m. until they did so. Each boy told me that running 2 miles in under 13 minutes would be no problem. This was the summer they were going to work hard and get in shape. So at 8 a.m. on our first full day of tryouts, we did our 2-mile test. As you can imagine, I was excited and looking forward to see who would do well. Not one person passed. No one ran under 13 minutes. I was shocked, disgusted, and angry. I wish all of you could have been there to have seen the look on these boys' faces when I told them that they would be waking up at 6 a.m. and doing fitness the next morning. I didn't care that we had a scrimmage at 10 a.m. We were going to wake up at 6 a.m., do fitness for an hour, and be on the bus by 8. It was still dark out at 6 a.m. when I walked onto the football field to meet the boys. I knew they looked at me with disgust. The look on James Rogerson's face was priceless. How dare Coach Kahan make me wake up early and run? Little did I know, it was this unified disdain of me that laid the foundation for our success this season. This group of boys had a historic season. They tied a school record in wins with 14. They not only won the conference championship for the first time in over a decade, they also went undefeated in conference play, a feat matched by only 4 other teams in school history. So how was this team so successful, only 1 year removed from going 4-9-2 and not winning 1 game in the conference? I attribute our success to several things. 1, I give credit to my predecessor, Coach Carroll. Carroll instilled a sense of pride in this group of boys, especially to the seniors. As Captain Matt Grippo said in chapel, we didn't play the Middletown game to try to win states. We played it for pride because we wanted to win. I think Carroll taught us that. I give credit to our JV program, specifically to Coach Hurt and Coach Hutchinson, for creating a winning legacy over the last 3 years. Most of the seniors on this year's team, at some point, played on the junior varsity. A team that before this year had gone 26 wins without a loss. 26. Oh, and by the way, they were one of the best JV teams again in the state this year. But mostly, I give credit to our seniors. We had several seniors who stepped up in ways I never would have imagined. Jack Beret barely played last year and ended up starting nearly every game at right back. David Ashbolt wasn't even on varsity last year, and this year, he was second team all-conference. However, I was even more impressed by guys who weren't necessarily starters. Songmin Kim might not be the most talented player with the ball at his feet. No offense, Songmin. But he showed up every day and worked harder than anyone. Jay Patnod arrived every day with a contagious, positive spirit. Guys like Troby Roosevelt and Ricky Lee came with an energy and willingness to improve. Even someone who couldn't play, like Emerson Whitney, showed up every day to provide support and leadership. Our success this season was because of the leadership and commitment of those seniors. As a coach, there were 2 themes to our season that I repeated over and over again. The first theme was hustle. It doesn't matter if you're the next Pele, and believe me, we had a couple of players who thought they were. You have to work hard. This idea of hard work grew more difficult as the season wore on. And we started to think that we were pretty good. I heard some murmurs, hey, Grippo, we're 4-0. Hey, we're 5-0 now. Guys, we're 8-0. We are awesome right now. Complacency. And I might get vilified for this, but at St. Andrews, complacency is our worst enemy. It's a sad fact that there's always someone better than you. Ben Bentiel, congratulations, you had 18 goals this year. But sorry, dude, some kid from Brandywine had 25. In order to battle our own complacency and our own egos, we had to remember that there is no substitute for hard work. The second and most important theme to our season was teamwork. Our sense of team probably started on that first dark morning when all the boys agreed that they didn't like me. But most of all, these boys sacrificed for the team. They played out of position, they played fewer minutes, some didn't play at all. We were successful because of that crazy notion that the team meant more than the individual. And as you all begin your winter seasons now, I challenge you to think how you can sacrifice for your own team and how you can make your own team better. There are many people who are part of this team beyond the 28 boys who laced up their cleats. I want to thank Lonnie, Peggy, Julia, and Jeff for making our travels so seamless. I want to thank Phil and his team of facilities for all their work with our fields. I want to thank Willie Meehan for keeping our book and keeping all the statistics so I could write write-ups. I also want to thank Bill Wallace and Harvey Johnson for their great work with the thirds team. We've had 2 players in the last 2 years who have made the jump from thirds to varsity, and I give a lot of credit to those 2 great coaches. I also want to thank Tad Roach for his pinpoint advice and mentoring throughout the season. I also want to thank Al Wood for taking care of us through the thick and thin of everything, and our athletic directors, Lindsay Wright and Mike Hyde. I want to especially thank Mike Hyde for constantly telling me what to do, where to go, and where to be. I'm sure that he's totally sick of me by now. But most of all, I'd like to thank Coach Hutchinson, who was the best teammate a coach could have asked for. He did a phenomenal job with these boys, but mostly I thank him for his wisdom, spirit, and energy. I will remember the things that I learned from Hutch for the rest of my life. On a team with so many integral pieces, I don't like to highlight individual accomplishments. However, I feel that there were several people that deserve recognition. For being a clutch scorer and leader at the JV level, the JV award goes to Chris Hanrahan. In 7 out of 11 games this year, Chris scored either the equalizing goal or the go-ahead goal. Mr. Clutch. For being the leader of our potent attack on varsity by contributing 6 goals and 10 assists, I would like to award Matt Gripple with our MVP award. For being a leader in all areas of our team, for being like a coach on the field, for being one of the few reasonable voices on a team full of knuckleheads, I would like to award John McIntosh with our Coaches Award. And this last award is called the Wally Award. It's a type of spirit award. It's given to a guy who is a great teammate and adds an intangible sense of fun and enjoyment to the game of soccer. For his constant positivity, I would like to award Jay Patnod with the Wally Award. Finally, I'd like to thank you all 25 boys on my team. I cried for days when I lost my last game of soccer in college. I thought I would never be on a team again. You guys proved me wrong. You gave me another shot. Thank you for letting me be a part of your team this year. I'll miss you.